This game key was provided by Upscale Studio via keymailer for review purposes. Cat-From-Hell is a first-person cat simulator developed by Noladin Games and published on PlayStation consoles by Upscale Studio. Originally released on mobile on November 2nd, 2024, the game gained a surprising amount of popularity, boasting over 10 million downloads across platforms. It currently holds a solid 4.1 out of 5 on the Google Play Store and an even stronger 4.7 out of 5 on the Apple App Store. After launching on the Nintendo Switch on March 24th, 2025, though the eShop page is mysteriously non-functional, Cat from Hell was brought to PS4 and PS5 on April 27th, 2025. But don't let the numbers fool you, this console version is a watered-down port of a much fuller experience, and honestly, it's hard to believe this is the same game at all. The core concept, clearly inspired by the chaotic charm of the game I Am Cat, is delightfully chaotic. You play as an orange house cat trying to sabotage a black cat who suddenly joins the household. Grandma, the human owner, can only keep one of you. The goal is to commit as many mischievous acts as possible while pinning the blame on the black cat, leading Grandma to kick it out instead of you. The gameplay is designed around sneaky sabotage, hiding, and timing your actions to avoid getting caught. It's a fun premise with plenty of room for creativity, and on paper, it sounds like a fantastic cat simulator full of slapstick energy.
What are you doing around now? What are you on this time? Playing this man?
Unfortunately, the PlayStation version doesn't even scratch the surface of what the mobile version offers. From the moment you hit the title screen, you're greeted by blaring, poorly mixed Christmas music that's not only out of place but actively unpleasant. It sets the tone for what's to come, a jarring and half-baked experience. The console release offers two modes, Story and Sandbox. In Story mode, the bizarre plot kicks off with Santa Claus, who, exhausted during his holiday delivery route, loses a package off his sleigh. For some reason, a black cat jumps after it and both fall down a chimney into Grandma's house. She opens the package and instantly bonds with the mysterious black cat, much to the dismay of the orange cat that you play as. You now need to reclaim your home. Gameplay-wise, things are painfully limited. You're given a small Christmas-decorated house with rooms like the living room, kitchen, and bathroom. The black cat roams around aimlessly, occasionally hissing but never actually interfering with your plans. Your own actions are basic. You can jump on surfaces to knock over books, scratch pillows, or break objects like TVs to make a mess. When Grandma hears the commotion, you must quickly hide in a box to avoid being caught. If you're successful, she'll blame the black cat, but only if it's nearby. A visual meter tracks which cat is closer to being kicked out the front door. If your icon moves all the way to the door, it's game over.
What are you doing around now? What are you?
But here's the glaring issue. This version of the game feels like a stripped-down holiday event version, not a full game. The environments are small, there's almost no interactivity beyond a few preset animations, and you're not given any real agency. You can't swipe, meow, or attack the black cat. You can't distract Grandma in any fun or clever ways. There are no tools, no item pickups, no real variation in gameplay. It feels more like a glorified tech demo than a completed product.
What are you doing around now?
That's when I decided to dig deeper. Watching videos of the original mobile version, I realized something wasn't adding up. The mobile game featured various seasonal updates, an Easter update, a birthday update, and yes, a Christmas one. The console version appears to be based entirely on the Christmas update. It lacks the main menu from the original mobile version and is missing entire features. There's no indication that updates will ever come to the console version either, which leaves players stuck with the most limited single-season version of what's otherwise a dynamic mobile game. To get a better feel for the original, I downloaded the mobile version myself. The difference was night and day. Not only did the mobile game have smoother controls and more polished art, it also had items, real gameplay enhancing tools. You could use a net to trap the black cat in a room, boxing gloves to punch it, or even a taser to shock it into jumping out the window. You could shave the black cat or cut gray hairs off grandma for fun. You can also grab a fish out of the fish tank and fry it on a pan and eat it. The console version doesn't let you interact with the fish at all. A frying pan could be used to smack characters around. These interactions weren't just for laughs, they actually affected the outcome of the game and gave you more control. In the mobile version's birthday update, there were balloons you could pop, streamers hung up around the house, and even a piñata. You could gather ingredients and bake a birthday cake for Grandma. There were dance segments with Grandma vibing to the radio. This is what the game should have been like on consoles, a quirky sandbox full of chaotic cat hijinks. Instead, the PlayStation version is a neutered, bare minimum port with none of the charm, depth, or fun that made the mobile release a success. Noladin Games, the developer behind this title, has a clear pattern. The previous games, like Spinner BattleBots Arena, a thinly veiled Beyblade clone, and Horror Bet, which mimics Buckshot Roulette, show that they're more comfortable replicating trends than innovating. Most of their titles are free to play and clearly designed for mobile users, and in that context, they make sense. As a casual mobile developer, Noladin knows how to make a lightweight game that can thrive in a scrolling app store feed. But trying to transplant that exact experience to consoles without adding any depth or refinement is misguided at best and misleading at worst. To make matters worse, the graphical fidelity is inconsistent. Promotional material shows a stylized orange cat with expressive eyes and smooth animations, but in-game, the cat's model is distorted and lifeless. Cutscenes feature a different looking cat entirely, and the main menu's 3D model is so oddly stretched, it looks like an AI generated image that no one bothered to quality check. Between the inconsistent art direction and the minimal effort put into gameplay mechanics, it becomes clear that this version was rushed out just to meet a deadline or cash in on the mobile version's popularity. Ultimately, Catfromhell is a textbook example of how not to port a mobile game to consoles. On mobile, it's an amusing, interactive, and surprisingly fleshed out experience that works because it's free, constantly updated, and built with touchscreens in mind. On PlayStation, it's a hollow, broken down imitation of its former self. If this version had included all of the features from the mobile original, or at least give players a hint that updates were on the way, it could have been a quirky little indie success. Instead, it feels like a lazy cash grab. I know I'm being pretty hard on this game, and to be fair, there is some fun to be had here if you let it. It's not like this genre isn't for me. I genuinely love animal-themed games. I've got Stray on both PlayStation and Switch. I have the Cat Quest titles, and even Cat Lateral Damage on multiple platforms, including the updated versions. I have I Am Cat on MetaQuest, and I dive into all kinds of quirky or cozy animal games. Horse games, animal doctor sims, games where you feed and raise creatures. I've gone through Untitled Goose Game, Away, Spirit of the North, and too many others to count. I even earned the Platinum Trophy in Wolf Simulator on PS4. So believe me when I say this isn't coming from a place of disinterest or mismatch. It's just, this isn't it. If you got kids who just want to run around as a cat, sure, this might hold their attention briefly. But honestly, there are better options out there that do the same thing with more polish and charm. Unless you're morbidly curious or a hardcore collector of obscure digital games, skip this one. If you're genuinely interested in Cat from Hell, play it on mobile where it's free, fun, and most importantly, finished. I give Cat from Hell a 2 out of 10.